Hey guys, we're going to be taking a look at the PS5 Pro. Woot woot!
PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. Graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing, but the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second, mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the Fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier. This goal of delivering almost Fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference, allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. You'll never break a legend, 'cause they don't know we are legendary. Don't let me hang.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
What I like most is now we don't have to choose between fidelity and performance. We could just have it all in one, and it's going to be faster with the bigger GPU, and the ray tracing's better. Everything's just better. Yay! It should be an improvement. I mean, isn't that the direction we want to always go? Up. What else? What else? Oh, what else is up is also the cost, of course. So instead of $500 like the PS5 was, the PS5 Pro is going to be $700. It doesn't include a disc, unfortunately. If you want a disc, you have to pay $80 more for that. Maybe it won't be a problem for some people, but for those of us who have discs from the PS5 that we want to use, kind of sucks. What else? What else? Oh, so instead of USB-A's, there's going to be USB-C's, more of those, because that's just what's going down, I guess. There still will be, I believe, USA's involved, so not to worry, I suppose. I do hate when they keep changing these things, but maybe there's a good reason for it, one that I can't really fathom at the moment. So yeah, not much else for me to say. My TV isn't even 4K, so I don't believe I would be purchasing this for myself. But hey, all y'all out there who want to, go for it. I'm especially curious what it would do to the Horizon game, because of course you guys know, maybe already, that I love those games. And yeah, that's all I believe I have to say. And if I have anything more, I would add it to a video and share it with you guys. Thanks for watching. This has been Tracy with VainSoftGames. If you enjoyed what you saw, you could like or leave a comment. Would you like to help support our channel? You can do so by heading on over to our Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell.